I'm Charles Barwell. I'm chairman of the Conservative Convention and chairman of our conference, and it's been a fantastic conference in Birmingham. I think David Cameron gave a fantastic speech this afternoon, really setting what our cause is going to be in the national interest. And we've got to take some pain because Labour has left us in such a mess.
I'm a city councillor, I'm a governor of a local hospital, and my top priorities would be, first, cut the deficit, secondly, support the NHS, and thirdly, support our troops in Afghanistan.
Hi there, my name's Archie Manners, I'm 17 years old, so possibly one of the youngest people in conference. I thought David's speech was absolutely spot on, really going to infuse the next generation. The idea of social action that we heard Nicola Blackwood talk about on Saturday, part of the big society, going to get young people on the ground, working, campaigning, involved in politics.
Glenn Tingle, and I'm the political editor for the BBC in Yorkshire.
Alright then, and what three things do you think the government should concentrate on and why?
Well, of course, as part of the BBC, I have no views whatsoever in terms of the political side of it, but clearly from the government's point of view, they've got to get over the fact that they are not just simply a party for the better off middle classes, and that's what this current row about withdrawing child benefit is all about. So that's clearly number one. Number two is they've got to be able to convince people that their cuts are not going to put the government into a double-dip recession. And the third thing is that when it comes to cutting back, they're not going to cut back on things that are going to make a major problem for the future.
Simon Proctor, I work in investment banking.
And what do you think the government should be addressing at the moment?
I'd say the national debt problem.
Okay, any reasons for that?
The media portrays the national debt as like not belonging to the people, but if people don't understand that we have to get the country out of this position, it will affect everybody in the long run much harder than it will in the short term. The analogy that was being put around is repaying the interest on your credit card. If you pay it off in the short term, you'll pay less than you will do in the long term.
Times are what they are, and there's a huge mess to sort out, and so, you know, there's a huge prize on the horizon. So as what's been said this week, we are all in this together. You know, we've all got our parts to play, and hopefully it'll be for the good of the country.
Oliver Letwin, I'm the Minister for Government Policy. The three major issues I think we need to focus on are shifting power to people, away from government, achieving a horizon shift so that we're looking at the long term and not the short term, and making sure that everything we're doing increases rather than reducing the fairness of our society.
WinkBall